What were some things your dad taught you that stuck with you at a young age?
All my life, I have schedule, I have rules, I have discipline. And for me, it's all about numbers. Most of them, like all things, like on time. Like you have to wake up on like 6, 7, you have to train. After you come home, breakfast, go school, come back, do homework, train, come back, eat, sleep, repeat. It's like this. Like a lot of people think like to become world champion, to become the best in the world, you have to be focused on all your life. It's about sacrifice, like about 30 years. Like next month I'm gonna be like 35. I find myself on mats when I was like 3, 4, I don't remember like exactly what, but I beginning walk on the mats because when we was living in village, my father opened first gym in our house, and he begin train like guys from village. I was like 3 or 4 years, and since that time, all my life I was training by my father, and no day off. I remember like all my life I was in the gym, and of course, father teach me like my religion. Father teach me discipline, rules. Number one things, it was respect. You have to respect gym, you have to respect coaches, you have to respect your sparring partners, you have to respect all people. You cannot fight in the street because you know how to hurt people. It was like all about respect, When you fight alone. And it was like big experience to growing in Dagestan, like between like 13 and 20th. I remember it was like too much fight in the street. And when I was like 17 or 18, like I realized I can really hurt people. And I remember like father told me like, you cannot fight in street because I teach you how to become world champion. And when you become 18, 19, when you can hurt people, you have to control yourself. It's very dangerous. This is almost the same thing like gun. You have gun and you have to control yourself. Inside my heart, I was like, I was competitive. Like even now, even I still like, I believe I can beat like anybody in the world. Many people, they train like 10, 15, 20 years. They have good skills. They know how to wrestle, punch, kick, everything. But inside, they are not warriors. They are professional, but they are not warriors. When you're professional and you inside your heart, you are warrior. These kind of people can become champions and defend their title, like being the best in the world. In fighting game, there is levels. They have levels. On this arena, I was 23 years old, and I have only one fight in UFC, and it was my second time in my life I see cage, because when I was competing in Russia, it was no cage, it was ring. And I was fighting versus 29 years old, 14 ranked in the world. He have 17 fights in UFC, and one of the best at that time. I was fighting with non-stop and train. One more thing, like about your mental toughness. Because when you go to the cage, you have so many emotional come same time on your head. Every emotional, they have separate places. But if everything come on your mind and then make you weak, this can make you break. This can make you strong. In my mind, I was UFC champion. Like it was no way somebody can stop me. And father always told me only one thing is like, I think it's like lucky punch. Otherwise, if you're not gonna stop train like you train now, if you're gonna still focus, I don't think somebody can stop you, because you can wrestle, you can punch, you can do all these things all night. You have good conditioning, you have big heart. I think you can become world champion, just you have to be focused. Train yourself, everything, but if you don't have like this mentality, like somebody gonna break you. Anything can happen with you, this is for a reason. You have to sacrifice all your life if you wanna become champion. If you're working every day like 6 hours and you wanna train like 4, 5 hours, and you have to sleep, eat, like a lot of things, Like between trainings, you have to train, after sleep, then nighttime you come again train. It's like there is so many things you cannot do.